Paying tips is a part of the service. Just as many reasons for why they're out there trying to make a buck. You are expecting a service. This is someone picking up your food and delivering it to your...
I can't read that thing behind me. Hashtag, the words there say no tip, no trip. And pretty much it's a hot button issue for the last couple of years. Definitely someone that continued to spearhead that movement. I want to say why in this video. I'm going to show you a video of a woman that eloquently says in defense why this is important and how these people that are expecting things shouldn't be. Listen, I'm going to let her talk, and then I'm going to give you some insights. And I'm also going to talk about a special guest I'll have on the show live tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got some nuggets to share with you. I want to open up this discussion again. Let's go. So before we get into the video that I want you guys to watch, for those of you that don't know, Mr. Bentley Koupe will be on the show, the live show we do every Sunday, 10 Eastern, tomorrow night. He'll be on the show. And we're going to talk no tip, no trip. He thinks it's dead. He thinks it's an embarrassment. Makes some good points. I'm not going to lie. But we're going to have a conversation as to why I think it's important that delivery drivers don't deliver non-tip orders and why, for financial reasons. And we're going to have a good discussion back and forth. Anybody that's looking for a drama-filled live, just don't come and watch because it's not going to be that. We're in 2023. We're leveling up. Him and I are not going to go back and forth in a negative way. We will probably go back and forth because we disagree on things, but it's going to be a respectful conversation. Two of the most influential gig tubers, I'll just say that because that's the truth, are going to be in the same live together. I don't think a live of this magnitude, Mr. Bentley Koupe's an OG in this space. Some of you guys think I'm an OG. We have very, very different opinions on no tip, no trip. And we're going to go at it tomorrow night. It's going to be fun. So just want to give you a little preface the video as to why I'm talking about it today, and just watch this video here. This total video won't be long. This snippet won't be long. And then I'm going to give you some Petty Pedro opinions.
Paying tips is a part of the service.
Do you tip your food delivery drivers, and how much? Well, this next viral video is from a former Doordash driver who posted videos where he confronts customers who do not tip or tip very little. He called it no tip, no trip.
You ever heard of no tip, no trip? How much is the tip on this order? Yeah, that ain't enough when it's 0 degrees outside and it's icy and I gotta drive my car and wait for it.
I think it was $2.
Phone that showed up is $2.50, and that usually means there's no tip on there.
I co-sign. I know it's extreme.
What?
Yeah, I know it's extreme, but he's proving a point. And anytime we have this conversation, it's people gonna come for me on Twitter. I don't care. There are maybe a million reasons for why you need your food delivered, and that's generally what the response is. I have this situation. I need my food delivered. But can you put yourself in the shoes and vehicle, and also the gas station of the person who may also have just as many reasons for why they're out there trying to make a buck. This needs to be absolved through the companies so that people aren't in this situation. But in the meantime, if you are expecting a service of any kind, you should expect to also pay for it. Paying tips is a part of the service. This is someone picking up your food and delivering it to your home. Why are your circumstances trumping their circumstances?
Why are your circumstances trumping their circumstances? Well said. She said it way more beautifully than I can. She's better looking to look at than me. Very eloquently, listen. Why is a consumer's circumstances, and I know you're paying an inflated price, I get it, but you're also paying for convenience. Why are their circumstances more important than the person driving their automobile? Most DoorDash drivers are out here living paycheck to paycheck, day to day, whatever, just trying to hustle. Why is this is the whole no tip, no trip. This is why I talk about miserable clowns and people, or they're ignorant. I've got thousands of videos talking about it. I get it. The consumer and driver should not be against each other. The companies are really at fault. I understand it. I really do. But as drivers, we literally cannot make money if we take a majority of these low ball $2, $3 orders or $6 orders going 12 miles. We've all seen it. You can't make money, okay? And any consumer that feels so entitled, because we talk about that we're entitled to a tip. We just want to make a decent amount of money, like anybody, okay? So why are we the ones entitled when we're just trying to make a living and the consumer's not entitled? The consumer knows, they know about tipping. The ones that don't tip are doing it out of ignorance. And if you look up the definition of ignorance, you understand what that really means. That's not a shot at a consumer, that's a fact. They're either ignorant in that regard because they don't know, they don't have the knowledge and they assume, or they're ignorant that they just don't care. And why would we want to do business with somebody that entitled? We are only entitled because that's the only way we can make money. Most of you guys, if DoorDash was just paying you $7-8 per order, the acceptance rates would be higher and we'd take a lot more orders and it would be fine. If it was $10, even if it was going 8 miles, a lot of you guys would still take that. If DoorDash was giving us more of that delivery fee, more of whatever they're taking, then we wouldn't be complaining. But the issue is there's too many consumers. I'm going to talk for them in a positive way. They are being overcharged, but it's a convenience. So even if we get more on a base pay, the consumers, the cost is just going to go to the consumer anyway. So they're going to pay anyway. So no tip, no trip is really about protecting yourself and your earnings and your automobile so you don't run it into the ground. And at the end of the week, you have money to pay your bills as a driver. Because if you take too many orders and if you deliver to too many clown customers that don't respect you, you're not going to make money. Point blank, period. And DoorDash isn't going to up the base pay. So we have to look for tips that have orders. So this beautiful woman eloquently just said, why is the consumer's need trumping the driver's need? Why? Why is that? Why does the consumer feel, I just need you to bring me my food? I paid a fee, bring me my food, blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't work like that. And I'm sick and tired of hearing people say, well, I don't tip when I go to Applebee's, I don't tip the server before. It's a completely different thing. You cannot equate the two. And anybody that wants to say, well, when I go out to eat, I don't tip first, you are such a small-minded individual. You don't understand. Is that server driving their automobile? Can that server pick and choose what tables they want to take? No. Does the delivery driver get an hourly wage? No. Does the server? Yes. Does the server get PTO, vacation, other things, benefits? In some places, yes. Do us drivers? No. So we can't equate the two, okay? You cannot equate the two. In the delivery game, you're really putting in a bid so somebody can bring you your food quicker and it's hot and it's fresh and you're happy because you ordered the food, you wanted it. It's not really as much about tipping as it is you're putting a bid. And the lower the bid or no bid you put in, you're probably not going to have a great experience or you're not going to get your food timely. That's the name of the game. Knowledge is power. Consumers need to understand that. We are not servers. We are driving our automobile. I don't work for DoorDash. I work with them. I don't work for Uber. I don't work for Instacart. We're independent contractors. A lot of people still don't know that. So I get the confusion. But we are not servers in that sense. It doesn't make sense when people talk about that. It just doesn't to me. Shout out to Dash and Trader. He is the Dasher that the news outlet was talking about. He's been confronting in a viral way non-tip customers, taking the non-tips, maybe on purpose or whatever. And then he says, hey, you didn't tip. What's up? And he educates them. A lot of people have a strong opinion on both sides. Some people are calling them the DoorDash hero. Some people are saying this is an embarrassment. You have your opinion. Put them in the comments what you think about that. Confronting non-tippers. I don't do it, but listen, everybody can do what they want. Everybody can have an opinion. And this woman in the clip I showed you is defending him, saying, yeah, it's a lot, but I stand by this because drivers in some regards are being disrespected. And some consumers, man, I'm telling you, they're so ignorant and they're so misguided in how we work and how we move. And then they're surprised that the food got cold or they didn't get it or this or that or they had a bad experience. Because if you're a driver and you're taking $2, $3 orders, you might not be the best DoorDash driver anyway. That's not always true, but you get what you pay for, okay? You get what you pay for, plain and simple. And if you want to have a good experience, be respectful, throw your driver some money, okay? Understand the dynamic that they're working in. And if you don't, and if you can't afford it, if that's your excuse, don't order off the apps. We as drivers cannot make money without a tip. And I don't want to make this about driver versus consumer. That's what it is in a lot of videos. But at the end of the day, it's not that. It's mostly uneducated consumers against drivers. That's what it is. Because the good paying customers, the ones that tip, the one that value you, the ones that respect you, they leave you good delivery notes. They say thank you. We give them good service. We say thank you as we should be. Those are the ones that get it. We don't need to educate them. It's the ignorant people, and whatever definition of ignorant you want or ignorance, those are the ones, and they'll never change. But it doesn't mean that we can't still have an opinion about it, and it doesn't mean we can't call them clowns. Because at the end of the day, these apps and all these millions of drivers, and my comments and many other videos that we've seen in comment sections and Reddits and whatever, the ones that don't tip you also give you bad delivery instructions. They expect a lot. You might get, your chances of getting a contract violation are much more higher with that kind of person. That's why they're clowns. It's very simple. And if you're somebody that's offended by that, you're also probably somebody that when you go out to eat, you don't tip for whatever reason. And you don't respect restaurant staff. You don't respect delivery drivers. You don't respect somebody out there just trying to make an honest living because you're so entitled that you expect people to run your errands for you and you don't take care of them. Those aren't our customers, drivers. Like I've said before, that's DoorDash's customers, and it's Applebee's and Wingstop and McDonald's. It's their customers. The customers that you do business with are the ones that value you and are putting in a tip or a bid for you to pick up their food, order their food, do their shopping, drive your car, go through the drive-thru, drive in inclement weather, go up the flights of stairs, do the things that the consumer can usually do on their own. Those are our customers. Like, you guys understand what I'm saying? Listen, I don't want to make these videos forever because, some people say no tip, no trip is an embarrassment. It's dead. It's this. We have to look at it differently. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But at the end of the day, us DoorDash drivers can't make money if customers don't tip us. Blame the system. Maybe it's broken. I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. This tipping culture has been in effect in this country for a long time. And the history of it is a little murky. I get it. I've done videos on that as well. But in today's time, the way that it is, it shouldn't be too much for another human being to respect another human being, understand the work that they're doing, the service they're providing. And in that service, a tip has got to be included, especially nowadays with rising costs, gas costs. We're doing something for you. We're making your day easier, bringing you lunch to your work, to the hospital, to your birthday party, just to your family for dinner, whatever. You're sitting there playing video games, you're doing this, you don't want to go out, it's a little bit cold. We're providing you a service. You're going to pay a premium for that, and you better damn well tip your driver. And if you don't, you're a clown or you're ignorant. It's one or the other. There's no debating that.
If you like this video or others, check out this one here. Consider hitting subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments.